On the 30th of April, Skybound just concluded their fundraiser for their upcoming AAA game. Now in this video we're going to go through every single detail we have on this AAA Invincible game, so let's get started. So first of all, they raised $688,102 from 525 investors. On top of what they say here, Skybound previously raised $18 million on Republic and Cedars from 6,000 people. That's $18.6 million that they have now raised for the Invincible game. Now let's compare this $18.6 million with some of the bigger games in the market, like Assassin's Creed Origins, which took $125 million to make, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla having a budget between $75 to $100 million, with an additional $35 million being spent on marketing and promotions. I also looked around the internet and found that the first Spider-Man game had a development budget of around $90 million, not including marketing and advertising, and the recent Marvel Spider-Man 2 having a budget of $385 million, but that is including marketing and promotions and all that kind of stuff too. So it seems like these big budget AAA open world titles have a budget of around $70 to $100 million in development costs, but it's very likely that Skybound also has investments given by other companies and investors to help them make this Invincible game. All we know from crowdfunding is that they now have $18.6 million to help fund this AAA Invincible game. On their Republic page, Skybound mentions that they are a AAA game studio with industry vets from EA, Activision Blizzard and AMZ Games, and also they have 30 plus employees developing our first in-house AAA game based on Invincible. One of the marketing pitches that discusses the problems that they are facing in creating this game goes like this. Most crowdfunded video games are centered around indie games and retail investors rarely having the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of AAA game publishers. Skybound is developing a highly produced, high-octane bloodbath that is anything but indie. Our bona fide global hit IP, Invincible, is at the center, and we've handpicked our own team, consisting of more than 30 gaming industry veterans to make it happen. We have successfully raised $18 million from everyday investors and fans via Republic and Cedars, and we are inviting you to join us once again. What do you say? Guts, score, and potential investor galore. So it seems like the ambitions are very high, and this is no doubt going to be an 18 rated game from the sound of it being a high octane bloodbath. That gets me very excited. They also speak about why they want to make this game in-house and not with another major publisher or developer. They say, by developing this game in-house under complete control of our team of franchise stakeholders and Invincible IP, creator Robert Kirkman himself, we are creating a highly coveted game that is guaranteed to have fans of the comic, the global hit TV show, and serious gamers alike wholly captivated by the first of its kind Invincible experience. Plus, by creating this project in-house, we will reap the benefits of being the IP rights owner, developer, and publisher, providing increased value to our stakeholders. You've never seen a game like this from Skybound before. We have a talented team of more than 30 experienced employees from the likes of Activision Blizzard, EA, Epic Games, and more as the driving force behind our in-house studio. The studio will be headed by newly appointed head of gaming publishing Chris Paulson, formerly of Activision Blizzard, and EVP of games production Patrick Gilmore, formerly of Amazon Games. So it seems like Skybound Games are really beefing up their team, and Invincible is now a very popular IP. And if, for example, they make a game as good as the Batman Arkham games or the Spider-Man Insomniac games, they could be making a lot of money. And with Robert Kirkman at the center, the creator of The Walking Dead and Invincible itself, I would think that the games universe would be an entirely separate universe of its own, just like how the comics is its own universe and also the TV show is its own universe. They even go on to say what we can expect from the game. If you follow the show, you can imagine exactly what to expect from this video game. Tons of action, stunning game and character design, and of course a healthy dose of blood. They then go on to name their audience and who exactly is their customer base. They say that Invincible attracts a critical hard to reach audience, predominantly males under 34. These consumers are heavily interested in genre content, which is a key massive pillar for engagement on streaming services and gaming platforms. They are passionate about video games. Our audience identifies as gamers, over-indexing the average audience 4.25 times, by 2 times in how much they spend on video games versus anything else. In the last 6 months, they spent 2.24 times on video games and hardware than the average person. So they've got their target audience locked, and they know that a lot of people who are watching Invincible and reading the Invincible comics likely own PlayStations and Xboxes and are crazy about games, and the most high budget games and the ones that make a ton of money are the AAA games. Therein lies the fact of exactly why they want to target this market. Then the huge point about this game is the business model. What exactly is the business model of this game? Well, they say that Invincible is under development with a team of veteran developers with decades-long careers and multiple AAA games to their credit. With cutting-edge competitive gameplay, premium production values, and the most advanced online and technical foundations, Invincible will release under a premium model with multiple DLC expansions and special editions designed to cater to every level of fandom. In both competitive and local play modes, the game is designed to contribute new stories to the Invincible multiverse, enabling future releases, expansions, new character arcs, and adventures for years to come. Historically, Skybound's talented distribution team has developed a truly global and diversified approach to market penetration through a mixture of digital and physical retail sales. Now, I will be making another video on this Invincible game, really breaking down this business model, but just from reading that alone, it doesn't seem like they're going down the story mode gameplay, with the entire game being focused around the main campaign, with side stories and side quests in an open world. It seems like they're going down the competitive gameplay route, and they even emphasized how it's going to have the most advanced online and technical foundations, so maybe it's going to be something more like a Helldivers 2, but with Invincible characters and their abilities. Now, of course, just like Helldivers 2, there is a story to the game, but it's mainly about the competitive gameplay. And I believe the story takes more of a back seat to these kind of games like a Destiny 2. It's mainly about the gameplay and the social aspect of the game. They even show some global market opportunities down below, and they show just how much in-game advertising has made, as well as mobile games have made since 2017, and predict all the way to 2027. So they're definitely looking at this and seeing an opportunity here. Now, we already know they have a mobile game with Ubisoft, so they've gone for that market. However, more and more nowadays, we are seeing console games coming to mobile, like Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Roblox, and even story games like Resident Evil 8. So this may be a game that is playable on the PlayStation 5, on the Xbox Series X and S, but also on everyone's mobile phone. And the way to make it the most accessible is to make it free to play, and having paid expansions and also cosmetic microtransactions to make a bunch of revenue. They then go on to show the Wheel of Awesome, and this is how they monetize their IPs through a bunch of different media. And they go on to say that taking direct control of the video game for Invincible is one of the most important and profitable parts of the Wheel of Awesome strategy. So it's going to be a huge deal to try and get this right. It's going to be very important for Skybound Games, as there is a lot of money involved and a lot of money to be made. They then finally go on to say that this is the first of many Invincible, The Walking Dead, and other popular IP that Skybound will continue to make games for in-house. So again, if this game is successful, if they have a good time with making this game and delivering this game to fans, expect to see a lot more Invincible and also The Walking Dead games. And again, I will be breaking down that business model in a separate video. I really want to break it down and give my thoughts on every little part of that, because there is a lot to deep dive into that. And it doesn't look like it's going to be an open world story game like Marvel's Spider-Man, like a Batman Arkham game, but there is still potential behind it. Helldivers 2 is a live service game, and that is doing fantastically well, but we've also seen recent major flops like Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League and Marvel's Avengers. They were also in the superhero genre, and they also tried to adopt a live service model with a storyline, and in both scenarios it was a complete and utter disaster. So the track record for these superhero games adopting a live service model is not good, so we're gonna have tons of fans, including myself, being heavily concerned for this. And with a team of 30+ developers, maybe that scale of game is gonna be very difficult to make. But I really want this to go well. I really want this to be an absolutely fantastic game. We also hope that they will give frequent updates. They have said it that they will be giving frequent updates on this report, but we'll see how frequent it really is. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I will be making another Invincible video like I said, so go ahead and subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I'll leave my Marvel Spider-Man 2 updates and Marvel Spider-Man 3 updates in the description below, as well as the the Insomniac upcoming X-Men game, and we also go over so much other open world AAA games like The Last of Us Part 3, the upcoming Assassin's Creed games, and so much more. So go ahead, subscribe, post notifications on. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this Invincible game. That is very important. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this direction of the Invincible game. What did you guys interpret from this report by Skybound Games? We also made a video about the potential Walking Dead game that could be coming too. I'll also leave that in the description and pinned comment section below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless you. I'm seeing you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a